When it comes to feminism, do you consider yourself progressive or traditional? It's not as simple as it sounds, and I've noticed a lot of people taking inconsistent positions, including myself. So let me start there. I consider myself progressive. I'm a big advocate for gender equality, and I like to be chivalrous. Sounds ideal, right? But in my relationships, this created an unsustainable conflict. During early dates, I like to plan and initiate the dates and pay for them. But over time, I felt like I was putting in more effort and more time for planning and more money. So it felt to me like an unequal commitment. So I backed off. But then I was accused of doing a bait and switch, which was true, though unintentional. As we got into discussions or fights, I realized we were both operating under double standards, but for very understandable reasons. The thing is, relationships are very emotional. I mean, duh. We all have an idea of what love is supposed to look and feel like, but those emotional standards were set when we were young. Every movie, TV show, book, and story of love shaped our expectations when we were just children and teenagers, and those expectations got cemented into our subconscious. But the workplace and the laws are not as emotional, so it's easier to be logical and rational about equal opportunity and equal pay, unclouded by the notions of teen romance vampire movies. So understandably, this creates a time rift. Our minds can be very easily modern and progressive, while at the same time our hearts were shaped in the past. And this difference grows as you get older. But even if you're still young, the stories of love that shaped our expectations were mostly written by older people in older times. So this creates an internal conflict, which is usually subconscious, and then we try to reconcile this cognitive dissonance through some pretzel twisted justification. If you believe women should be paid equally at work, but men should pay more for dates and give more gifts, that's a time rift. If you believe women are equally strong and confident, but men should make the first move and take the bigger risk, that's a time rift. The usual justification is that men and women should have separate gender roles, but they're equal. But like we saw in civil rights, separate is inherently unequal. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying everyone has to take an androgynous role. If you and your partner prefer different roles, that's fine. But whatever you think about what your ideal partner should be like, question that. Is that should something you can logically and objectively defend, or is it just a feeling that you've absorbed ever since a young age? And if you find it hard to live up to your own standards of gender equality, it's probably your childhood holding you back, which is something I explained a lot in my last video, so check that out.